Alright people, welcome back BlerdsBgaming, your host Zilla. We're playing Nier Replicant today. Alright, so last time we were at the Kingdom of Facade. We saved the prince by going through some trials. Very strange. But you know, the boss battle was entertaining there at least. But unfortunately, we didn't get any further clues with regards to how to cure the Black Scroll. So we're back here. I ended off last time trying to, meeting up with Yona, but it seemed like it may have been a little bit of a time skip if we had done it. Tried to do a couple of the side missions. I finally got the Devla, Pepula, Popula to sing. I'll show you that little clip.
Such an unusual sound. I feel like I could listen to this song forever.
I hear that. Funny how she can't sing it unless she has that crazy drink, huh?
And yeah, so we're about to go meet up with Yona and see if we can see what's going on here. Oh, we got mail? We got mail. I don't understand why I come to my mailbox to get email letters from Yona, who's here, like in the house. All right, let's see what's happening.
By the way, are you gonna stay here today?
Sure, I'll stay.
You bet.
Really? You'll stay with me? Really?
Yeah, Yona, I'll stay.
Yay!
Now get back to bed.
Okay.
Yeah, I know I've been running around trying to do stuff, but here we go. We're gonna advance the story now. I hear a voice. I squint and see a boy standing before me. His hair's silver, his skin is pale, and he stares up with me with hard glassy eyes. Soon his lips begin to move, but no sound comes out. What is he saying? I can't hear him. I can't hear him. I can't hear him. I can't hear him. I can't. I can't. I can't. I try to leave, but something about the boy holds my gaze. I watch his face expressionless as his lips slowly flutter. What is he trying to say? Wait, it's a phrase. I can almost make it out. It starts with an S, then there's an E. I can almost see it now. The letters begin to fall together, one after the other, faster and faster. Sealed verse. It's a sealed verse. The thing I'm looking for, the key to saving my sister. I stare at the boy with renewed ferocity, trying to desperately make out what his next word. Dream. Dream what? What the hell does that mean? You throw that what the hell does that mean in there. The lips move again, faster now. I can't follow them. Damn it. I can't make it out. I want to scream. I want to tear the walls down around me, but instead I force myself to be calm. I can do this. I can do it for Yona. Slowly, ever so slowly, I parse out the letters and make up his final words. Forest of Myth. Alright, so seems that we have a sealed verse on the Forest of Myth. Alright.
Just a dream.
Just a dream, you sure?
Even in my dreams, I'm hunting sealed verses. Morning, Yona.
What's wrong? Are you feeling sick too?
No, I had a strange dream.
What was it about?
It's nothing. Don't worry about it.
'Cause I had a dream too.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. me and this boy were playing a game together.
What kind of game?
It was called Guess the Words. I think he made it up because I never heard of it before.
Really?
How did it work?
The boy would move his mouth, but no words would come out. Then I had to guess what he was trying to say. It was hard. I wanted to play hide and seek, but we had to play his dumb game instead.
So what did he say?
Don't say seal verses.
I don't know. All I could figure out was
Dream and myth of
and forest of myth.
Look at that.
But don't worry, I'm gonna study hard so that next time I can figure out everything. We should play a game together sometime too.
Sure, Yona.
So you're just gonna leave that alone? You're just not gonna say anything?
Hey, I was thinking about trying to make stew for you. Do we have any venison or wheat?
Stew? I don't want her to feel bad, but
Oh,
her cooking
wow.
is...
I remember this.
All right, Yona. Let me see if I can track down your ingredients.
Really? Thanks. I'm sure you're gonna love it.
What more does she
I'm
have to
ready
say?
make that stew anytime.
I only have the venison. I don't think I have any wheat whatsoever.
Something troubling you, lad?
Yeah, you didn't want to tell her at the time.
It's nothing. Don't worry about it.
You tell Grimoire Weiss.
Come on. I need to go ask Popola something.
Okay.
Ingredients for a home-cooked meal.
Is there something you want to say?
Oh, no, nothing at all.
Oh.
Look, I know Yona's not a 4-star chef. Only a real jerk wouldn't appreciate the effort. What kind of brother do you think I am?
Did you hear me imply anything of the sort?
I guess not.
Just, well, good luck.
Yeah.
I have no fertilizer. Oh yeah, Popola. Maybe we can get an idea about this forest of myth. Right. Okay, we gotta do something about that. I feel like the way that you guys have things done, it shouldn't be this big of a problem. Like the maps, do they need to take up space? I guess you could plant everything, and that's a way of getting rid of some of the space. Come on. You can do it. on, bud. Let's talk to Popolo. Let's see where we know where we're supposed to go. I guess he's gonna ask her about the Forest of Myth.
What's up, Popola?
Oh, hi. I just got a strange letter in the mail.
Okay, I'm not gonna read that, but I'm gonna leave that up there for y'all to read. You pretty much get the idea of what's happening here.
That is certainly one bizarre piece of writing.
Indeed.
Who's it from?
The mayor of a small village in the Forest of Myth. It's a wooded area up north.
Mm-hmm.
The Forest of Myth?
It's all too coincidental.
They're usually a bright and cheerful group of people. Something like this is very out of character for them. I have a bad feeling about this.
I'll check it out.
You will?
Yes, we
But
will.
Don't worry about it. I've got business there anyway.
Oh, well, all right. Thank you.
All right, let's check out this Forest of Myth. So, exactly. I guess you gotta. Is it this way? Alright, let's go. Rather curious scenario going on. Hello, boys. Let's go. Speed run. Oh yeah, you have to put away his sword. Alright, so hopefully we do find one of these sealed verses. Trying to get this game moving. Apparently it's the power-ups that we need, so. In order to get rid of the black scrolls, we need the sealed verses. it's down here. Someone's standing. Oh, is that a statue? There's someone sitting there. They may be under a spell.
It sure is quiet here.
Such silence bodes ill. There's trouble on the way. I'm certain of it.
It is very true.
You know, a little optimism now and then wouldn't hurt, Vice.
Yeah, but I can't agree with him this time.
Beware.
Yes.
Beware the words.
So someone's speaking words and is resulting in them falling into dreams?
The words? What do you mean?
Contagious words. Those who dream.
Those who dream?
Hold a moment. There is a strange new sensation in my mind.
Trying to get you to sleep.
It is not quizzical.
What's going on?
Yeah, what's going on with you, buddy?
Perhaps we should start by asking this man.
Who are you?
I see. You're able
We
to
heard
break the
something
spell.
happened to this village, so we came to see if we could help.
If you can speak to me, I must have caught you in my dream.
In your dream?
Uh-oh. Maybe it's the reverse way. In the past weeks, a mysterious disease called the Death Dream has spread across the Forest of Myth. Those who were caught in it were cursed to fall asleep and live forever within the world of their own dreams. The village mayor has determined that the Death Dream is spread from person to person by spoken words, but before he could learn more, the disease took him as well. I see. Vice stared at the mayor, his mouth twitching slightly.
Now see here. Are you saying that we have been absorbed into your dream?
Well, yes. I think you have.
I see.
In other words, we've caught the Death Dream?
Ridiculous. Preposterous. Completely unfathomable on every conceivable level. I don't even recall falling asleep.
That's just how the death dream works.
Though polite, the mayor was clearly trying to brush aside the book's remarks.
My remarks are not to be brushed aside, fool.
The mayor twists his mouth into an embarrassed grimace and then quickly changed the subject to Nier, whose Nier had seen and what they had discussed since coming to the village.
Something there must have caused you to enter my dream. A certain conversation, a specific word, something.
Nier and Vice racked their brains, but could find no easy solutions. There were simply too many words to consider, too much random chatter, too many meaningless conversations.
Grimoire Vice does not engage in meaningless conversations.
It's like fourth wall breaking here. Like, I don't understand what's going on. The mere suggestion that Vice chose his words carelessly seems to sting his pride.
It does not seem to sting my pride, you bloated gasbag of a narrator.
Okay.
It has demolished it utterly.
Irritated, Vice looked skyward as if searching for answers in the heavens.
I was doing no such thing. Just leave me alone already.
Alright. The anger created by his harsh words blew over Nier like a contagion. Wait, said Nier suddenly. Did someone just say contagion? Yes, I believe so. So what of it? Well, that villager told us to watch out for contagious words, right? The mayor leaned forward and with renewed interest, pushing a startled Vice aside in the process. "He must have said something, right?" said the mayor. Some specific combination of words. What was it? It was about dreaming or something that dreams, or... Oh, what the hell was it? "A sheep?" cried Vice, suddenly blurting out the first thing that popped into his head. This is unlike Vice. He seems very off. The others stared at him for a moment before slowly shaking their heads. After a few more minutes of thought, Nier's face suddenly lit up. "I remember," he said. "Those who dream, that's what he said. I'm sure of it." At this, the mayor produced a thick sheaf of papers from his pocket. He flipped through them a few times before finally nodding his approval at Nier. "That sounds right," he said. A stray sheet of paper fluttered to the ground. "My notes also mentioned something about that. I bet it was the last thing you hear before you fall asleep." The mayor shook his head and his worn pencil stub tracing lines across a lone piece of paper. "For the last month, I've done nothing but study the disease we call a death dream," he said. "I mean, I'm the mayor, right? It's my job to protect people from whatever comes along, but I've never expected a couple of outsiders to start entering people's dreams." The mayor paused, a grimace crossing his face. "I should probably be taking notes or something." Vice immediately fired back. "I applaud you for the force of will that it takes to research a disease in your dreams," he said, "but perhaps we should bend your efforts to escaping this place instead of trying to understand it." The mayor's hand tightened around his pencil, snapping the tip off. "I've tried to escape. From the very first moment I realized I was locked inside my own dream, I've been looking for a way out, but I don't think it exists. I mean, this is my dream, right? If there was an exit, I would know about it." He paused for a moment, his unfocused eyes staring at nothing. "My village was beautiful," he said, to no one in particular, "and it was filled with the most wonderful people you could ever hope to meet. But once this disease took a hold, things changed. It's like someone took a sponge, soaked all the color out of our lives." It's an interesting description. "I want us to be whole again. I want us to be free. And I won't stop trying until it happens." Nier nodded in agreement. "Huh? Wait a second. I didn't nod." "Look, if we can be of any help," said Nier, "just ask." "Hold on now, I didn't say that." Interesting. So I thought maybe the Vice was actually doing those things, but now I'm beginning to think that the narrator is just continuing on. The narrator is whoever is the one who's creating the dream. "Silence," cried Vice. The Grimoire looked from Nier to the mayor and back, and his face filling with confidence. Grimoire Vice's face is always confident. Thank you very much. "Now see here, Mayor, I told us that nothing can exist in this dream without your knowing of it. But yet you seemed surprised to see us when you first arrived, yes?" The mayor slowly raised his head, realization dawning on his face. "Oh my God," he said. You're right. I had no idea you were coming." "The human imagination is a limitless engine," said Vice, "and dreams are the fuel. If you can imagine an exit, then it must be so. With your permission, we shall search it out." "Thank you," the mayor said. "I don't know how I can repay you." "Payment is not required. We are as eager as you to be done with this place." Mayor suddenly felt as if he could breathe again. He had almost forgotten what it was like. "Good luck, you two," he called at the departing forms of Nier and Vice. "We are counting on you." As Nier slowly faded into the misty forest, the mayor was struck by a sense of deja vu. "I saw this man once before," he thought, "but where?" Nier's mood darkened as he trudged through the forest. What is this? This just keeps going on. Hours later, when the beauty of the place was still a new thing, he had been confident that they could get in, find an exit, and be home in time for dinner. But the deeper they went, the more the forest closed in around them. The mist has made it difficult to see more than a foot in any direction. The moss-covered rock seemed determined to twist his ankle. More than once, he's been forced to steady himself on the rough bark of a tree, and his hands now left small trails of blood on everything he touched. Ooh. Additionally, Vice was proving to be a spectacularly poor traveling companion. Unhindered by the terrain or physical effort, he spent most of his time urging Nier to pick up the pace and grumbling about with their slow progress. Finally, after Vice muttered something about legless turtles being more adept at navigating the environment, Nier snapped. Okay, Vice, cram it for a second, would you? You don't have to walk. Nier leaned against a tree and tried to stretch the knots from his back, but how can this stupid forest be so big, he muttered to himself. The moment the words tumbled from his mouth, the cacophony of insects sprang to life. Every imaginable form of buzz, click, hiss, and hiss had roared out at a volume that rattled his teeth. Nier snapped his hands over his ears and screamed to be heard. Vice, what is going on? Nier could see Vice's mouth moving, but he might as well have been shouting in a tornado. The insect screamed, the horse howled, and then, just as Nier's ears seemed ready to tear from his head and go running for cover, the sound diminished. Hesitantly, he removed a hand from his left ear and listened to the creatures of the woods. Zree, zree, zree. Shuck, shuck, shuck. Chee, 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 chee. I don't know why I'm doing this. Woo, woo, wooma. Okay. Alright, you guys can see that. As the insect's symphony dimmed another decibel, Nier began to detect patterns in the sound. This wasn't random, he thought. It's not just white noise, it's something else. The insects weren't just calling out, they were asking a question, really. With it's lacking, 2 with its ideal, 3 with its dangerous, what is it? What? 1 with it is lacking, 2 with it is ideal, 3 with it is dangerous, what is it? By my pages, is this original? Exactly. I guess so. I mean, it feels sort of forced, but maybe it's the key to getting out of this place. Then I leave it to you to answer. With 1, it's lacking. With 2, it's ideal. With 3, it's dangerous. What is it? The answer is a secret. With 1, it's lacking. With 2, it's ideal. With 3, it's dangerous. With 1, it's lacking. With 2, it's ideal. With 3, it's dangerous. It must be a seesaw. Something that's ideal with 2 people but dangerous with 3. Oh, it's a seesaw. Vice's mouth flew open, but before he could say anything, the words suddenly shifted. Re-Renoir, Re-Renoir. Okay, come on, guys. When Nier came to, he was once again surrounded by the forest, surrounded by the sounds of insects. Cries of the insects were creating words, words he had heard somewhere before. Did I get it wrong? I got it wrong. I thought it was a baby. Alright, fine, it's a secret. Inwardly fierce that Vice left the task to him, Nier sighed and gave one the answer that made sense. I don't know, man. You're right. The sound of the insect stopped by suddenly and it began, and this fierce undergrowth parted before Nier, like a rippling wave, opened a new path. The forest arthropods are making a road for us, said Vice with glee. Pleased at passing the test, Nier moved forward on with new intensity. Oh my gosh. Path offered his body in relief from the undergrowth, but gave even greater cheer to his mind. As long as they were on the path, or a path, their journey had a purpose. I guess the forest has accepted us, huh? Said Nier after a bit. Vice spun around to face his companion. Do not mistake the will of the forest for some happy pet that you can suddenly befriend. We have no idea where this path leads. As Vice finished speaking, the pair turned a corner and found themselves facing a clear forest spring. Smiling, Nier picked up a small rock and sent it skipping across the surface of the water. Good heavens, said Vice. His surprise was understandable. Each time the rock struck the surface water, a musical note rang out. When the rock finally stopped moving and sank to the bottom of the spring, the ripples it left behind became together to form words. I enter through the window, but break no glass. When night falls, I vanish. What am I, light? A plume of water suddenly burst out from the spring. Sunlight filtered through the trees and reflected off the plume, creating a shimmering rainbow that spanned the entire horizon. Let me ask you guys a question. What is this? I applaud you guys taking a different approach to it, but come on. This is a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. In all my years, said Vice softly, I have never seen such a sight. Perhaps I have misunderstood the intentions of this place. I would have loved for this to be shown. You know, as you move through the forest, you go through these things and you answer into stuff, but suddenly you guys decided to do this with a completely darkened background and use only words that are not dictated. This is... Anyway. Hey, look, cried Nier, awaking Wise from his daze. There's a house or something over there. Glancing in the direction of his friend's extended hand, Vice saw a small cottage nestled among the trees. That's weird, isn't it, Vice? I mean, who would build a house all the way out here? Nier walked over and pounded on the door. After a minute of solid banging, the door cracked open and a small man peered out. His body was cloaked from the neck to the toe and in a large black cape, while his face was obscured by mist. Began Nier. But before he could get any further, the cloaked man held a hand up and began speaking. I have 4 legs in the morning, 2 at noon, but at night with 3. What am I? 4 in the morning, 2 at noon, your clock. But why 3 at night? But end the night with 3. 4 legs in the morning. I was thinking the clock, but I don't know. If we wish to engage this man in conversation, it seems we must answer his riddle. Here, I suppose, said Nier. Well, at least it's an easy one. It's an easy one! I have 4 legs in the morning, 2 at noon, but end the night with 3. Not a demon. An angel? Okay, the mist dissolved from the cloaked figure as he spoke a single word. I thought it was something relating to a clock. Well, I'm trying to figure out. 4 hands, 4 okay, 4 legs, okay. Wait, no, forget it. Correct. With that, the man flung his garment aside, revealing his true identity. You're the mayor, cried Nier. The small man slowly shook his head. I am not the mayor you know. Now listen to my words. Long ago, I saw a version of you that was not yourself. Sorry, what does that mean? It will make sense in time. At present, I simply congratulate you on cracking the seal of the death dream. Now you must go to the person at the forest entrance. With that, the man turned on his heel and slammed the door behind him. As Nier watched the mist seep up from the ground and enveloped the cottage, erasing it from existence. When Nier and Vice returned to the forest entrance, they found that the mayor leaning against a tree. As soon as he caught sight of the duo, he sprang to his feet and scrambled over to them. Good gravy, he cried. Excuse me? You made it. You actually made it back. He left his left hand grasped Nier's and pumped it so fiercely and threatened to dislodge it from its socket, while his right hand seized Vice by the cover and swung him through the air. God, by the heavens, stop shaking me, fool. We have not even told you if we were successful or not. The mayor smiled broadly and shook his head. I'm just happy you're alive. I didn't think he would ever see you again. Nier withdrew himself from the mayor's eager handshake with a slight smile. We broke the death dream's seal, he said. At least we think we did. Mayor's face beamed as Nier filled him in on the details. When the tale was done, the 3 of them laid down on the forest ground, fell asleep. Nier cocked his head. Okay, hang on a second. This is crazy. Why would we just lay down and go to sleep? Exactly. Cease your endless prattle and go to sleep, fool. Fighting against the rules of this place is futility itself. Nier and the mayor obediently reclined on top of the grassy earth. Have you forgotten, continued Vice. It is words that we control, that is words that control the death dream, words that allow us to move from place to place. Okay? No matter how unnatural they seem, the words are absolute. Therefore, if the words tell us to sleep, then sleep we shall. And once we do, the story will continue. With that, the trio found their eyes growing heavy and their breath slowing. This is the first time, began the mayor, the first time I felt tired since I've been imprisoned here. His words were cut out by a loud, long yawn, and he remembered nothing more. They might have slept for an hour or a year. When they woke up, things had slightly more real quality to them. The mist felt thicker, the leaves felt greener. It was clear that they had awakened from their dream. Oh my gosh. Nier shook the mayor's shoulder gently. Good news, he said. I think we made it. Oh wow, said the mayor in awed voice. We did it. I'm back, he blinked once. And then again, as if not quite believing the sight before him, you two have no idea how much this means. The death dream was spreading through our forest, and I wanted to. Well, I thought I could figure it out how to stop it, but I guess it wasn't the case. I must have caught the disease and become trapped in my own dream. The mayor started to stand and then collapsed back to the earth. He stared at his legs as if trying to remember how they worked, then glanced at Nier and shrugged. Without a word, the young man reached down and pulled the mayor to his feet. Real life may take some getting used to, said the mayor with as a wry smile crossed his lips. You shall return or relearn in short order, I'm sure, said Vice. For now, you should return to your home and rest. No, said the mayor, swaying his unsteady feet. No, I can't. Yeah, he's been sleeping all this time. Some of the villagers are still trapped in the death dream. I have to save them. Mayor slowly made his way to the divine tree in the center of the village and then bowed his head and prayed silently. This is a holy tree, he explained. When the prayer was finished, it is the guardian of our village's history and memories. Superstition will only make our mission harder, Vought advised. We should not put our faith in the gods. The mayor shook his head. It's not the gods, it's the words. The legend says that a tree is the home to a powerful magic known as a sealed verse. I see. Nier and Vice could not contain their surprise. It seemed a gold that had been found in the most unexpected places. I say, muttered Vice, this is certainly a stroke of luck. Is it though? Because he came here, right? That was the whole purpose. He came here because of that. As the three of them said their goodbyes, Nier mentioned the strange man who had given them the third riddle and the mysterious words he had left them with. I once saw a version of you that was not yourself, he muttered the mayor. What in the world does he mean? What in the world does that mean? Lost in thought, he stared into space for a long moment. You know, he said softly, this is going to sound odd, but I had a feeling I had seen you before too. Nier tried to keep a straight face and failed, but the mayor didn't seem to notice. Deja vu, right? Anyway, I figure it's just some kind of illusion created by the death dream. It probably doesn't mean anything. Nier gave the mayor a nod and a smile, but inwardly his thoughts were racing. There's something wrong about the mayor and his words. And what exactly is going on here? That riddle would prove to be the most difficult one of all.
Oh, thank you so much.
You have no idea I should be saying those words. You guys had me reading for like, I don't know how long.
Now I can finally return to a normal life.
You're welcome.
This is one of the most bizarre diseases I have ever encountered.
Indeed.
I know. That's why we have to help the other villagers, no matter what.
Dark execution magic. Summon magical spikes from the ground to impale enemies. Charge to increase the number of spikes. So that's what the
sealed
sealed
verse. That didn't take much effort.
Yes, all a touch too easy if you ask me. It's almost as if someone was guiding us to this village.
Don't overthink advice.
So he doesn't discuss his dream with Vice, which is also very interesting. All right, let's see. Let's exchange it out. Dark phantasms. Oh, I do not remember getting this. Is that bad? That's really bad, isn't it? let's put the execution on. Let's see how that works.
This person must be dreaming too.
It would appear that way, yeah.
Oh no! No! I have to do everybody's dream? How many dreams are there? Okay, there's two. There's two. Okay, I can deal with two. I think I can deal with two. Alright, let's go.
This person must be dreaming too.
It would appear that way, yes.
I'm gonna regret this because I'm gonna have to read.
Can't say I'm very excited to go back there. That dream world sort of creeps me out.
Perhaps you should spend less time complaining and more time getting on with the mission.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, here we go. I breathe air scented with death and resist the urge to laugh, for I know it will sound like words of a madman. How long have I been in this fresh hell? Say what? My prison is tucked beneath a stairway in the long, unused catacombs of some infinite castle. Outside I hear the sounds of a funeral dirge, I think that's how you pronounce it, that plays without end. Light has no place here. Wind is a forgotten friend. I pray for death to come, but he forsakes me. Time passes and eternity slips by in a single tick of a clock. Someone knocks on my prison. Anyone there? I hear an unfamiliar voice saying. My savior. I claw the door of my jail, embedded thick splinters underneath my ragged nails. I scream for help. I laugh. I sob. Surely this is a product of my addled mind. Surely it cannot be true. Help me, I cry. For the love of all the gods, help me. Impossibly, I hear the sound of a lock being torn and falling to the floor. As the door slowly creaks open, I have just enough time to see a silver-haired boy floating and a floating book before the light pours inside of me. My eyes, accustomed to the blackness, explode with pain, and I am forced to turn away. Who are you? I ask, shaking hands covering my face. How have you come to this place? I am Grimoire Weiss. This is Nier. Long have we been searching for you. Come now, stand. We shall awaken from this nightmare together. The one known as Nier extends his hand and pulls me from the cell. Though my eyes are slow to adjust to freedom, my ears are keen as ever, and they recognize the staccato sounds of heavy rain. I never thought I would hear that again, I whisper. Would this were not such a terrible storm. Jeez, man. Look at your feet. I force my eyes open to see water pooling around my ankles, lapping at my shins. There's so much of it. Yes, and more comes each moment we delay. If we do not make good on our escape, we shall drown in this castle. We know you are weak, but you are our only hope to survive this place. Time, that forgotten friend, made itself known again. I nodded my head and swore to save my rescuers no matter what. The castle catacombs are a maze, twisting upon themselves like endless entrails of a giant. Okay, let's head north? Find a row of 20 gorgeous canopy beds resting atop of velvet, all covered in a thick layer of dust and cobwebs. Searching for the door next to the room, I come across a shapeless mass of gray matter. It has been shoved against the side of the wall despite my favor. I think I see outlines of the door just beyond. I reach out with a finger and touch a piece of the mass. It turns to dust and drifts away on the wind. Realization slowly dawns and I fall to my knees and weep. Corpses. Wow. I face a mountain of charred, crumbling corpses. I look from it to the beds and back again, and looked in horror. Dawns of fall upon me. Someone has piled up these bodies into a tower and set them ablaze. Whether they're alive or dead, I do not know, and sanity would not permit me to consider the proposition any further. I make a sound, whether scream or laughter, cannot be certain, but then my mind grants me merciful blackness, and I find myself opening the door and leaving the most terrible of rooms. I guess east? I don't know, north? I don't understand. I don't know. I find myself in a great hall with only sounds of rain of comfort. A waterlogged carpet squishes beneath my feet and approaches the center of the room. Once there, I behold a beautiful dining table which rests china and silver of the finest construction, as well as the remains of a fantastic feast. Okay. My eyes continue to adjust. I see many chairs surrounding the table, each holding a dinner guest. Noticing movement, I approach a chair of the table's head, but as the truth of the matter dawns on me, I recoil in horror. The host of a feast is a corpse. Great. What's with these lovely stories? As are all the invited guests, an army of foul wriggling insects have made homes in their remains. Who wrote this? And this is the movement I saw. This once splendid feast is now nothing more than a requiem for the damned. I take a moment to steady my shaking hands and slowly back away from the table. Desperate to lose sight of the abomination before me, my gaze lands on the chairs in which the dead are seated. This is a mistake, for the chairs are proved to be more terrible than the feast itself. Each one is covered in a layer of spikes that run from the seat up the back and down the arms. This explains the color of the carpet beneath my feet. I can only pray that the unfortunate diners were dead before the meal began. If not, the simple task of envisioning the agonized screams of that must have sprung forth from their mouths. My mind grasps frantically at the possibility that these souls have committed some terrible crime for which there was no punishment. Unlikely. Though, in truth, I suspected they have not committed any crime at all. There would be no tomorrow for these unfortunates. This was their last supper. Oh, I don't know, man. I don't understand. Really? We made it to the front door? This was ridiculous. Oh my gosh. I don't care. Y'all can read that. This is ridiculous. We got out. Storm is in retreat. Clouds are still dark and foreboding, but to the west I can see a thin shimmer of sunlight. How can I thank you? I cry tears for joy and it rains. Oh my gosh. You're a woman. Okay. I am. I am preferred with, well, I suppose that comes as something of a surprise, seeing how I only existed in the form of words. I can see that one known as Nier is disappointed that the torn dress will be given no further description, but he hides it well. With a nod and a shrug, the three of us set forth to our awakening, but behind us an awakening of another kind is taking place. Black smoke fills the abandoned castle, providing the countless damned souls inside with their final shroud. After a moment, the castle windows shatter with a mighty roar. A fresh breeze blows through the hallways and the corridors, clearing the smoke away for good. As we watch in awe, unaccountable black shadows slowly flicker to life, crossing to and fro in front of the broken windows. The castle's dead have awakened to their new life as shades. I knew they were dead people. I knew something was up with these shades.
You have anything to say about that?
Hopefully there will be no labyrinth next time.
This is nonsense. This is nonsense.
I hear that.
I have to go through this again? Oh my gosh, this is the worst. Gosh, I don't want to do this. All right.
And another victim. This work certainly is trying.
I agree. I totally agree with you, Vice. This is unnecessary. Who came up with this? This whole video is gonna be this.
I figured a book like you would be into all this word stuff, Vice.
Even I have my exceptions. Now let's
be off. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, people. I'm like massively tired of this. A colony of massive sculptures was visible in the distance, their tall forms scraping against the sky. Vice and Nier never had seen such a sight, and their eyes widened as they tried to take it in. All right, rant. let me rant about this. This reminds me of the old PlayStation games, like the old Japanese style RPGs, where they kind of expect you to know. Actually, they kind of hardly been an unexpected sight. Nier nodded and wiped the sweat off his brow, leaving a trail of sand in its place. He thought he had never been so thirsty. An ancient road in which they walked, as black and cracked with age, here and there thin Because we haven't even gotten to a point where you start asking questions yet. There is not, and perhaps next time you would listen to me when I tell you as much. Vice paused for a moment, then continued speaking in a slightly kinder tone. However, I suppose this mad chase was not altogether wasted. It seems that we arrived at the city at art. Nier looked up. Stretched out before him was a row of impossibly tall sculptures. Their journey was at an end. "They're huge!" cried Nier, completely forgetting the heat and pain of the past few hours. "I've never seen anything so big." Finally, the music is going away. As Nier moved to touch the nearest statue, a bird flew from the top of one of the sculptures, alighting on the statue's shoulder. It emitted a brief but beautiful song that took the form of words. "Only one form is real, the others are false. The real form will always speak the truth, and the false ones will only speak lies." Okay. With that, the bird departed. As if on cue, the three statues shuddered to life, acquiring color and form as they began to breathe. "Hey, look at that," said Nier. "They're alive." The triplets So I don't think it's alpha. I think it's either beta or gamma. Wait a minute. So so Gamma said Gamma was saying Beta is lying. So he's wait. So it has to be Beta. There's only one real form, so it's got to be Beta. I did all this work.
I am positive I have seen that place before.
Okay, that's enough. Don't need you getting all weird on me too.
I see.
Okay, there. Now all the villagers can wake up, right?
Yes, if the mayor's assumption was correct. I think I have had enough wordplay to last a lifetime.
I agree.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Square Enix, for this lovely, lovely addition to this game.
You're telling me. Anyway, let's go see the mayor.
Woo! Are you giving me? You got stuff for me?
I thought I was a goner there. What a strange dream. It almost...
No? No? Don't let us do anything like that ever again, bro.
Oh, how wonderful. Thank you so much. Here, I have something for you.
It better be like the best weapon in the game.
Wow, this looks valuable. I can really have it?
Of course. It's apparently a weapon of some renown, but we have little use for it.
It better be a weapon of some renown.
Well, we appreciate it.
Thank you again for everything.
Oh my gosh. That is one of the most painful things that I had to do in gaming ever. I am not kidding you. Interesting. Okay. I like that. Thank you for this. Of course it's a katana.
I simply cannot bear another of these infernal conversations. Let us save it for another time.
I agree. Don't talk. Let's run. Oh my gosh. This had to be the worst quest. Please save. Please, to goodness save. Oh my gosh. This was the most ridiculous thing. I am actually tired. That exhausted me. Don't ever, Square Enix, never do this again. I swear to you, this is the worst thing that you guys have done to this date. This is the worst. I'm gonna stop it here because I need a break. I need time off. I might put this game down for a long bit. That was dumb. This was really dumb. We're gonna catch you guys on the next one. You can put in the comments how dumb this video was. How dumb this section is. This was dumb, okay? This was really dumb. Catch you in the next one.